It's world famous swag in the morning. I'm your brother Prince Cree.
And I'm Lady D.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to another episode of The Stage Is Yours. First of all, before we get into our amazing guest, Lady D, tell everybody what swag means.
Swag means say with amazing grace.
And morning do not mean daytime. It means new hope, new beginning, freedom for being in the darkness. And this evening, we're going to bring somebody into the light. Y'all know our routine. It's world famous swag in the morning. And I said it in my Mr. Magic's voice. I haven't said that in a while. It's world famous swag in the morning. Yeah, Mr. Magic said, I asked Mr. Magic the question. I was a young buck. And I said, why are you saying you're the world famous? And you are in New York. And he said, if I don't say it, who's going to say it?
Absolutely.
And I took that from Mr. Magic. And I'm going to rest in peace, Mr. Magic. A lot of people forgot that Mr. Magic was one of the first DJs that brought hip hop to the forefront.
Right.
And he don't get enough credit. Claps for Mr. Magic. Yes. Nori be clapping like crazy, and Nori, you know what I mean, in the drink podcast, they be clapping. La, la, la. I'm like, man, boy, you better use the clap button. So, Lady D, how was your day today?
My day was a day. My day was a day. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I'm developing allergies or what, but it is. It's giving me a run for my money today.
Oh man. Normally it's me and Jada, and I chew all through the house.
Yes.
You know something? When I moved to Virginia, right, in Jersey, I used to go to a doctor named Dr. Torrey, and I used to get my allergy shots and the whole nine, right? They used to do my skin, and my mom, I used to hate it. Every Wednesday I had to go get my allergy shots, or once a month, or something to that effect, right? But they said you're allergic to pollen, you know, trees, dust, and all that, right? I just had a whole bunch of stuff, chicken, eggs, all that. I was allergic to all of that. Yeah, D, I can eat it now, but I think I can. But anyway, I never in my life laid eyes on pollen. I never saw pollen until I moved to Virginia. Until I said, yo, what is this? You think this playing? I think I'm playing. Like this way back when I first moved down here, I asked the neighbor, I was like, yo, what is this green stuff that keeps coming on my car? And he said, Jersey. That's what he called me. Jersey. That's what you call pollen. I said, really? So I'm allergic. I'm touching it. So I'm allergic to this green stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what's going on with you, probably.
Yeah.
Developing allergies.
Ears itching.
I think
top of my mouth.
Can I give you allergies? Is it like something I could have given you? Maybe you was doing Jada hair and caught allergies. Like, I mean, how do you know? Like, do you catch allergies? What's good?
That's a riddle for you. Go look that up later.
That's the question. Can you catch allergies? Can you spread allergies? Because at the end of the day, this what, you know what? I feel for baby Jada. I feel for Jada because Jada, right? She goes to school. She said, Dad, I need to take something because when I sneeze, the whole class stops and looks at her.
That's because y'all have that loud, crazy, ridiculous.
No, I told her when she's in, she do her little thing. We only do that in the house, right? So I'm saying, Jay, she said, no, Dad, because the first thing people saying is COVID. That's in your head. So when someone come at you.
It's not in
these kids are like that. No, I'm just saying how people are thinking. They might be thinking of that. But I told her to get out of her head. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know. You fully vaccinated, and just say, like, hey, no one is exempt from that. But as long as you cover your nose, and, you know, when you're sneezing. But I know what I'm saying. I feel for her.
Yeah.
You know, I feel for her. I feel, you know, her pain. You know, that even in the supermarket, I'm walking around. I'm like, got my mask on. I'm like, yo, hold on for a second. And I just run to the bathroom and go out.
Some people you need to, I mean, you still need to be mindful that there is COVID out here. And yes, we do need to remember that before COVID came along, there was the common cold, there was allergies and things like that. But I've learned that, you know what, I don't care what they say about the mask. I don't care what happened. I don't care what y'all do. I'm gonna always wear my mask from now on, because I see some crazy people doing some crazy things. And when COVID first came out, I remember running into a person who said, I don't believe in that. And they were out doing everything. I wonder where they at now.
Yeah, I pray for those who doubted the science.
Yeah.
And it's still going down. You know, we still got to be safe. I still wash my hands thoroughly.
Yeah.
You know, and it becomes a new habit. It becomes a new lifestyle. You know, it's a lifestyle, and we have to get used to it and live it. It's just it's common sense to a degree now. Like, you know, I don't smoke cigarettes, right? But I hate, you know, the smell of it. Going in places, pools, shooting pool, people smoking cigarettes. You know, I'm like, got to go around. Like, even when I'm walking past somebody that's, you know, blowing the smoke in the air, I'm like going around, I'm covering my nose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I am just imagine how, you know, you got to change things. Things are different.
Yeah.
Definitely got to protect your health and protecting against this virus. Because now there's another virus, right?
Yeah, but I don't really know.
COVID-20 or something.
I don't know. Every time you turn around, it's a new one coming out. I haven't gotten into it, yet. But I'm sure, you know, I'm at work. They are always going to tell me about it, so I'll try.
What's going on? Hold on. I don't just need to.
I think you messed with my mic today.
No. I test them all the time.
I think you sabotage me.
Never that.
I think you trying to. I think you trying to. You know, I guess
speak that we into the mic, Lady D.
I'm speaking into the mic.
Okay, there we go. Now you're better. Now you talking and I'm hearing.
I'm right here at the mic.
Okay,
so, but it sounded like anyway, I think you was like I was saying. I think you're trying to sabotage because you know that we have a guest on and you don't want me to be a part of it.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want that?
Because you always like to take the shine.
You know something? That's the first time you ever said that. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Our guests should be offended. Because when we had Big Les, when we had Brenda, when we had Roy Jones, you was like, prepared. Now you're trying to say I'm trying to take you out of this. Why would I do that? When the person that's about to come on is a person you saw from a teeny bopper, Peyton age, into a grown-up lady. Don't play with me. I don't even know the questions to ask the guest.
Because you know we about to shine and probably leave you out the conversation. But I'm going to let you get in a little bit of the conversation.
Okay, I'll see where we're going. I want y'all to record this. I want y'all to tape this and remember this day. She's using my words against me.
I mean, because they know by watching us, you always bothering me. But I think I got you today.
I don't think so. You know, I don't bother you. I don't bother you.
Okay.
I do not bother you. I encourage you. And sometimes it takes tough love to get to my point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mr. Clark was a tough love person. McIntyre, you know, Mr. Clark boy. Mr. Clark was tough until I get it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it?
I get it now.
Okay.
So, Lady D,
what's up?
Who do we have on the stage that's coming to the stage? Since you want to feel that I'm leaving you out, who do we have that's coming to the stage? 1, 2.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway. So if I had to introduce her, because she really don't need an introduction, but because everybody they want to know who she is. It's my baby. This is a young lady that I watched grow up. You know, there are some amazing people out there. And if I can say this about her, I can say that she is absolutely amazing. Not because she has become my goddaughter, but because I've seen her do some amazing things. I've seen her overcome some obstacles in her life. I watched her grow from, I want to say she was probably about 12, I want to say. She might have been younger than that, but I think she was about 12 when she came into my life. And Um, she's my daughter. She has become my daughter. She's an author. She's a mother. She's an amazing queen. She's an entrepreneur.
So you want me to stop? Let me interrupt you because I see tears about to come.
I'm not getting ready.
We're not doing this tonight.
Oh,
we're not doing this tonight.
Okay.
I should introduce her. Put your because you're going to make me. It's a domino effect. You're not doing that right. No. Don't put that on me.
Okay.
It was you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Alicia Greene. Yes,
where your claps at?
See, he messing up.
You got it right.
You messing up today.
Negative.
Tell me more about myself. Tell me more.
Negative. Get her clap again.
What's up, swaggers? I'm gonna call everybody swaggers.
Welcome.
Hey.
How are you doing this evening, young lady, grown lady? How are you feeling?
Great.
What's going on with you?
I'm actually doing great today. I had a good day. I just had a burger before we got on, so I am full. I am good to go. You can load with me with all your questions, so I'm not rushing to eat or anything.
Well, we don't have that many questions.
Oh, good.
We just wanted to see your face.
That's what we wanted to do?
Yeah, I just wanted to see your face.
Okay.
For those who don't know, right? Let me just put it out there. Alicia Greene is lovely letter on the original Swag in the Morning. One of the firstborn swag. They swag forever. No button. I had to mix it up for you. That is the original lovely letter.
Yes.
She has that gift. The creative vibe, because y'all should have heard her letters was bananas. When outer space was like so far out, I'm like, what in the world is these people thinking about? And so I want to put that in the atmosphere because when they hear your voice, they're gonna say, "Hey, is that the lady?" Yeah,
hey,
that's lovely.
That voice is familiar, right?
Yes, it is.
It is lovely in the flesh.
In the flesh. So my first question is, how have you been hanging in there since all the changes with this pandemic? How have things been going with you, baby girl? How have you been maintaining?
With this pandemic, at first it was easy breezy because I was just in the house. I went from working at a physical location to working at home. So I'm a virtual worker, and it was pretty good. And then Peyton turned 2.
Oh, wait.
And the walls caved in, everything flipped over, but we making it.
Yeah, thank God.
You noticed that she said, and then Peyton turned 2.
So how was she when she was 1? Like what went down when she was 1? Let's talk about that.
I mean, when she was 1, she was sweet. She didn't talk as much.
Okay.
She listened a lot. It was easy to teach her things. It was easy to show her things. But now she knows it all. At 2, she already know. I know, mommy. I know.
Don't shade on the little baby girl. Don't shade on
her new thing is, I think, and you don't know what's coming after that.
Don't shade on.
Well, at least she thinking. She's thinking. She's smart. She's smart.
She's very smart. I'm saying. So she had a birthday.
Yes.
She had
last Monday. This Monday.
How did that go?
Oh, that went great. She did a little spa. She got her nails and her toes and her makeup done and a facial. And she got to walk the catwalk. Then we did some playing. She went to Chuck E. Cheese. And then what else did we do? I'm trying to think. We did something else. We did so much. You know how everybody now is like, no, my birthday is all week. Her birthday was all week.
Wow.
Oh, she wanted some steak for her birthday. So we went to go get something. Yeah, she likes steak.
I'm doing something wrong.
Steakums or burger? Like, what do you mean? A burger steak?
No, steak. We went out for my niece's birthday, and we went to a steakhouse. And the cook came from the back and he was like, "Hi, sweetie, you're so pretty. You know what? How about we bring you some chicken tenders and french fries?" She said, "I don't want that. I want
Oh.
steak and mashed potatoes." Just like that.
Oh my.
That's steak and
And
mashed.
they mashed potatoes. And they proceeded to bring her chicken tenders out. And she said, "Where my steak?" Mhm.
Oh, I'm doing
Can she
something
eat a
wrong.
steak? She's a little baby. Like how do you
She
gotta cut it up and
ate my steak.
hmm?
She ate my steak.
Well,
She 3. She got enough teeth in her mouth to get to chew a steak.
A
so
whole
what do you think
$70
about the
steak.
experience? Like when she went to the getting pampered, what how did this I want to know. Like I should have I'm actually interviewing the wrong person.
I would call her over here, but then she wouldn't
I'm
leave. So
interviewing the wrong person. We're gonna bring her in here later on before we close out because I'm asking you questions and you don't even know how to answer you don't even know how to answer these questions. Sade, little bit easy questions, and you looking over to the side looking for Peyton. And I'm interviewing the wrong person.
Yeah,
she gonna
especially
tell you, I think.
Exactly.
we live in the wrong life.
I
Who
need to
you
go.
telling?
I need to go ahead and hit her up on her face, on her IG, DM her and say, "Pay this Papa, this look. Moving forward, moving forward, I'm going to ask you the questions and I need you to give me your feedback because she's very smart. She's very intelligent. I'm so proud of what you have been doing and what you're doing in her life. And definitely proud about this book. I am super
Me
proud.
too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'm hyped, super hyped.
Before
I'm
we
telling you, it's got to be every month. I'm calling mommy like, "Hey, I got something else."
Sounds familiar.
before we get into all of that, get into the books and the books that she has coming and the book that she has out already. I want you to tell people who you are. Some of them know you, some of them have no clue who you are. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
I am a mother, an author, a MS survivor, a friend, and 10 times more over of everything else. Um, I am courageous, I am enthusiastic, and I am full of jokes. Anything you may hear about me is probably true, and if it's not true, it's true.
Let's talk
That's about it.
about, and we're gonna pull you apart today. So let's
Okay.
talk a little bit about the MS. Let's talk. You said you're an MS survivor. So
Yes.
what is it like?
Still in my questions. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. See, I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
So what is
Mhm.
it like having MS? How do you maneuver with it? Tell us about that.
MS has sort of now developed to be something that I cope with versus something I am stuck with.
Okay.
So you know how sometimes say something happens and like you ever sprain your ankle? Um, when you sprain your ankle, you learn how to walk
Mm-hmm.
by not putting pressure on the other leg. You get used to it. You know how to do it so that you don't hurt yourself.
Right.
That's kind of how MS is every day. So I'm not perfect when it comes to it because I'm still getting it together, but my memory, half the time, I forget. And people don't understand, like, it's not like I choose to forget or I'm just forgetful, but half the time I have to remind myself beforehand what I have to do. Um, Even simple things as I went to the neurologist yesterday and she does this thing where I have to touch my nose and then touch her finger and touch my nose, touch her finger, but she keeps moving her finger.
Right.
And when I go with the right hand, it's perfect. When I do it with my left hand, it's shaky. Like
Okay.
it shakes like that, like trying to go like that. And she's like, okay, so now we have to do some exercises to gain some type of control of it. So it's not more so me getting through it, it's me being able to control what's happening.
Okay.
And it's also like muscle memory because basically it's my nerves that's not telling my hand to move the way I need it to move.
Okay.
Um, and it started off with numbness in my foot. Then the numbness in my foot traveled up my leg. Before I knew it, it's all the way up my thigh. And then I could not walk. And I had to go through like physical therapy at the hospital. Um, I took so many tests at the hospital. I don't know how much blood they took from me. I don't know how many times they poked me, pricked me, just trying to make sure it wasn't MS. I got tested for Lyme disease at the same time. So I was taking two different medications that were not agreeing with each other. So I'm throwing up on one end, but still taking medications just so they could rule out MS. And then lo and behold, that's what it was.
Okay.
My day to day is regular like anybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Get up, do what it is I have to do. I just have to be more conscious of things. I try, but I don't often get to it. But I try to make sure I do everything the same.
Okay.
So as long as it's always the same, it kind of makes me feel like I'm doing what I need to do. Like,
Okay.
make sure you put your keys in the same spot. Because I'll tell you now, when I look for my keys, them keys will be anywhere. I could look and the keys will be in the bathroom, but I hadn't even gone to the bathroom. Like, I don't even remember going in the bathroom for my keys to be in the bathroom. Or like one day I did find my phone in the refrigerator.
Oh,
Looking for it. Could not find my phone. Did
really?
find my iPhone. I hear my phone beeping, but I
Mm-hmm.
can't find my phone. So it's like small things like that that I have to think about constantly. Uh, but I'm just not letting it get to me.
Right.
Because if I could get through that first part, I know that whatever else is coming is nothing.
Okay.
Because I'm learning to push past everything and do everything I need to do. I go for my infusions twice a year. I keep up with my neurology appointments. I get my scans, get my blood work, and just go from there.
Hmm. All right. Well, you know what? I mean, if you if you just look at you, you wouldn't be able to tell that that's something that you go through on a daily
Hmm.
basis, or something that you are actually living with. So I'm glad that you're doing well, and I'm glad that you're living with it. It's not taking control of you, that
Hmm.
you taking control of it. So I'm glad to hear that, and glad that you're doing well.
Speechless. Actually, I'm sitting listening to her story. You know how you know someone and they're in your prayers constantly. Um, and just hearing those little things, not taking it for granted. I knew about this with
Right.
you. It came out of the
Hmm.
blue, and like kind of like broke my heart in a way. Like, is she gonna be able to move? Is she gonna be able to still mime? Is she gonna be praised then? Like,
Yeah.
nothing stopped you. And you guys inspire me. I'm watching you guys from afar, and those little things that you're facing, you still have the eye of the tiger. You still have that fire to go get. And that's important for young ladies your age to know about it. I mean, although this moment right here is legacy building, to have you on, being that you are part of the original us, you still is.
She still
But
is.
just to have you here on the guest side, it's more than just a book. It's your story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry.
that's all right. It's not over. I'm still writing it.
It's your story, man.
Hey.
It's your
I'm still
story.
writing it.
It's your story. Makes me more proud.
Yes.
Makes mom more proud, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now let's tap into the other hat that you wear. Not that one yet. Not
Now this one,
that.
I
No.
couldn't wait to pull my book up. See? Okay. What other hat she wear?
She wears the mommy hat. I
I don't
just
know
want.
about that.
I do.
Okay, all right.
I do. Now
See,
this is the
this
mommy
we're gonna
hat.
be for 2 hours.
No, we're not going to be 2
Okay.
hours. I'm just touching on just a little bit of it. Tell me one thing that you have learned from motherhood. And the reason why I ask is because I remember
See,
as they were growing up, I remember as they were growing up, I used to say, "Oh, this is gonna come back to you. Oh, you gonna get it. Oh, you know."
so this personal question.
And so I want to know. I want to know what is the one thing that you have learned from motherhood?
She gonna wait to get you on this.
Yes, I couldn't. Hey.
So one thing that I did learn is there is no right or wrong. There is no like, it's tailored to your situation, the kind of mother you want to be, and the kind of child that you have. Because I see parents all the time, and I'm like, yeah, not mine. But then I have to think about it. Peyton is not always a star every day, all day. It took time to mold her into who she is, aside of who she actually is for herself. You know, the learning part. I've had parents that tell me like, "Oh, how do you get her to sit down?" Well, that wasn't a quick thing. That wasn't like, "Oh, I tell her to sit down and she just sit down," or I tell her to read a book, she just reads a book. She had to grow to love reading. But then again, it still depends on your child and who you are as a parent to your child. Some things, you know how they say some people will allow things that other people won't. Some people can tolerate things that other people can't. That's what I'm realizing with her. A lot of the stuff that I see happen, and I'm like, I always want to say, don't y'all put no leash on y'all kids. Y'all can't control y'all kids. What is going on? But I see why. I see why. Because it's no heart-wrenching feeling than turning around and your child is not there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I would rather look stupid and be safe, or look stupid and yell around asking where my kid at. I have seen children in Six Flags, children in, where did I go? SeaWorld. It was a little boy walking around like, have you seen my mommy? No, I have not. I don't know who your mother is, but I'm like, so somebody's got to be looking for their child. And I don't hear a mother yelling. I don't see anybody having a fit. Somebody not doing their job. And I'm not talking about the child.
Right.
But then again, that goes according to the parent that you want to be, the mother that you want to be.
Okay.
I got from you, you ain't grown, okay? Because all the time, Peyton, mommy, I'm going to do it. I could do it myself. No, you can't. I could do it. Let me do it. Let me tie my shoe.
Grown.
And I'll be so happy when she can't tie her shoe. Like, see, you ain't grown. She run to the elevator and push the button one day.
Oh my goodness.
Always tell her, don't push that button if we not at the elevator yet. We'll be down the hall. And she runs to the elevator and pushes it. Well, this time, the elevator was on our floor and the door opened and she got on. And what happened? Oh. The door closed.
Oh.
She was screaming to the top of her lungs. Thank God nobody pushed the button underneath us.
Right.
But yes.
Wow.
She was screaming. And I said, see?
I would have been having a fit.
You ain't grown.
Wow.
You ain't grown.
Exactly. I was like, Lord, please don't let nobody push this button. And she go running off and it's the wrong floor.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad nobody pushed that button. Woo. I can only imagine how that would have went. Yes.
Oh, it wouldn't have been good.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. I'm imagining it right now. Like her little butt gets in the elevator, it closes on her, and Peyton, mommy, hitting the elevator. I can hear her now. How terrified she could have been. But I'm glad no one pushed it, and I'm glad she got a lesson out of that. Don't push the button. You ain't grown.
And don't push the button.
Don't push the button. Right. You ain't grown.
That go even further than that. Don't push the button. It don't have to be the elevator. Don't push that button.
Don't push that button. You ain't. Don't you turn that car key. You ain't grown.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you hit that door lock. You ain't grown. Don't you turn on my TV. You got your own TV. You ain't grown.
You got your own TV.
And don't you go out and be texting on my phone. Who told you how to text? I'm watching you, mommy. The kids be watching parents.
They do.
So don't you go and say, don't you be honest, mommy.
I've seen
you
Peyton
there.
grab her toy laptop and look at me and say, "Mommy, shh, I'm almost finished with the book." Shh.
Oh, well,
Okay.
she's watching. That's good. She's watching and she's learning.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's talk about the author. Let's talk about this book.
Yeah,
Let's
this
talk
book.
about the book, baby.
I don't have nothing else to say. You went to the mother thing, and I was excited when I pulled the book up. Now I don't even have that energy.
Well, I'm so sorry.
My energy is gone.
The Adventures
my energy is gone.
of Peyton
Let's
and
pull that
my
out. Let me see. I can't see.
own.
It's too far back. Let's go. Let me see it.
Mhm.
Let's see. Hold it up. All right. Okay.
Now
That's
look
good.
at that. Look at how beautiful that is.
Yes,
Look at the colors. Look.
I'm excited.
You know what?
I
I'm
love
really
it.
excited. I'm excited about it because
She showed me first when she sent the blueprint. I had to get it out. She sent the layout to me, and then she said, "Dad, what you think about it?" And I said, "Yo, oh my God, I went crazy." And yeah, okay, go ahead. What you saying, Lady D?
wow.
Yeah, what you say?
Well, anyway,
Uh-huh.
I'm excited because not only do I know the the author of the book, and I know the little girl on the book, but I'm excited because I know my own.
Dude,
Hey, okay.
I see my own. I'm bugging on the name, my own.
My own.
That's my own. Hold on. First of all, I have to ask. I mean, I know I saw the cover first and all of that, but I ain't never bothered to ask
The
who
first.
came up with that name, my own. Is that what Peyton saying? This is my own bear.
Peyton, no. I said, "What's your baby name?" She said, "My own." And I said, "Oh, my own." She said, "No, my own, mommy, my
So
own."
she was,
Okay.
I think she was getting smart with you. My own. This is my own. Now she don't talk like that out of that. But did you think? did you? Did you want to have
Who
a moment
knows?
be like, "Are you getting smart with me, young lady?"
And she raised her eyebrows and opened her eyes wide. "My own, mommy, my own."
Okay.
So
Okay.
Imagination.
All
That's a
right.
great
So
imagination.
it's my own.
before we talk about the book, at what point did you know that you were a writer?
I still don't know I'm a writer.
You're still learning.
I'm still learning.
I got it.
Basically,
That makes so much sense.
The more you stay that way, the more you're going to be able to dish them out. Because if you're full with this, then this might just be it. But when
yeah,
your glass is just this full, then you got the whole liter, the whole gallon. So every moment is going to keep coming out of you. I know a gift when I saw you, when you're creative with coming up with stories. That right there, and I said, I got to make sure we keep Lovely Letter, because that energy and that creativity that you have, I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
yeah. This is something that didn't come natural to me. Um, Now, most of everything I do, I did with little effort. It didn't take, like, I'll put my all into it, but it took nothing for me to do it. When it came to dance, took nothing for me to do it. When it came to making up a dance, nothing for me to do it.
Mhm.
Granted, I'll have, like, some inputs here, inputs there, but overall, nothing for me to do it. I didn't mind doing it, didn't care about doing it. I could make up a dance the day that I was supposed to dance and be confident doing it.
Right.
Um, when I was younger, cheerleading, I said, "All right, I'm going to cheerlead when I go to high school." Went to high school and I said, I'm leaving if I don't make varsity my freshman year. I'm not going to cheer. Went, made varsity my freshman year. There has nothing that has ever been too hard for me to do on the first try. This book challenged that.
Wow.
I I wrote the book in June of 2020. June of 2020, I wrote the book.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I like it, but I don't love it. Like, I'm going to just save this. Let's fast forward to October of 2021.
Hmm.
I said, "You got a book." And I had wrote maybe 6 books and all of my ideas and everything. And I said, "You know what? you got these books here. We're not doing anything, like, and children aren't reading.
Right.
Due to the pandemic, the reading level of children has
Right.
dropped severely. And then on top of that, literacy, speech, attention, all of that has ceased due to the pandemic. And then we turned around, and then you notice for virtual learning, they're on the tablet or the laptop. When they're
Right.
not doing virtual learning, they're on the tablet or the laptop. Then on their free time, they're on the tablet or the laptop.
Right.
If you see a child out somewhere, what do you see? A phone or a tablet in their hands. If the parent is trying to do something, the child is crying, what do they shove in their face? A tablet or a laptop. So
Right.
there's
Right.
never a moment where a child is actually reading.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a moment where they're on some type of electronic device. Then, with them not reading, their speech is delayed.
Okay.
Comprehension is delayed. Their vocabulary is way behind. And that to me is important. A lot of people see Peyton and they're like, oh, she speaks so well. And I'll tell them, like, I read to Peyton from in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And I continued to read to her when she was born and
Right.
after. And I made it a habit to make sure she read. I used to say all the time, I don't want Peyton to have a tablet because I feel like she's going to depend too much on this tablet. But then,
Absolutely.
of course, I had to get out of my ways. She has a tablet. Her tablet has a timer. She
Mm-hmm.
can't go over 2 hours during the whole day on that tablet. She can go over if it's on a learning activity.
Okay.
So I just had to find a way to make that work. But back to the book, it's more so me watching Peyton learn. I'm like, the way she's learning, so can everybody else, and it's never too late to learn.
Right.
There's adults that read on the 5th grade level,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and that for me is an issue, especially in the Black and brown community.
Right.
I
What?
hate that.
Why is it? Why is reading so important to you? Why? When did that? How did that come about? Like, why is that so important?
Uh, Honestly, reading was never important to me in
Okay.
the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start reading. I never had a problem with reading. It was always like it was a task. Like, oh, okay, it's homework. I got to read this, or
Right.
I got to do that. So in 8th grade, I had a friend that was reading a book. She was reading The Coldest Winter Ever, and she was all into this book. And I'm like, well, I want to see. Like, I want to read. I'm nosy. I want to read what's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I read the book. Then I figured, Ma, can we go to, this store, that store? Let's find some books. Then I wanted to read books. And I kept reading books. And then when I went to college, doing most of our history, because we didn't do American civilization at all. It was African American history. African American history 1, 2, but it's always African American history. And I was intrigued by it. I was learning new things about people I've never heard about, instances I've never thought about, and then it just developed from there. So I noticed my love for reading actually helped me articulate my words and get everything out that I needed to get out to other people without having to use all the time, from taking a speech class and then learning that the more you read, the better you speak.
Right.
The more you read, the more you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps going from there. And if you want to be famous, you have to read your contract. You have
Right.
to know how much of your money somebody is taking.
That's right.
So, I mean, I know everybody likes to say, numbers. Well,
Mm-hmm.
those numbers don't mean anything if you don't know anything that goes before them.
That's right. Okay.
I always say by writing a book, and I preached this for years, you will forever be on this earth.
Yeah.
And when I say this to people and they're saying, what do you mean? You can't remove this book from Amazon. I mean, they can take it off the market. This book will forever exist on this planet. Somebody in their house will have it, whether they give it and take it to the Goodwill. That book would be in the Goodwill, whether someone pick it up from the Goodwill, take it to their house. It's going to be in their house. It's going to go to Florida. It's going to go to Canada, Alaska, because someone is going to go ahead and take it and say, well, my daughter read it when she was little. I'm going to give it to her cousin. A book travels. That's why in the Bible, there's books, right? We can't change that, right? But God is telling us to write it down, make it plain.
Right.
I push books. If anything, I don't care. If you're a singer, get a book, write a book. You will forever live forever. When God says do him, you will live forever. And so I'm proud of you. This book is going to always exist. When Peyton get older, she's going to say, I have a book that my mother wrote that was inspired by me. She will forever be on this earth. When you are not here, she's going to be here. Her kids, children's children. This right here is legacy building. Sometimes people come with the books and say, I spoke with a gentleman, a friend of mine, good friend of mine, said, write a book. How much I can get from it? That's it. You defeated the whole thing.
Right.
Books are legacy. Now it's got to make room for you. The gift will make room for you. And when they see this book, when they see the other book you have, and then the other book you have, and the other book, consistency said, you know what? She's serious. Let me go ahead and get the collection. Now I can sell a whole bunch of them as a collection. My. You don't understand the power of a book.
Right. So, Alicia, before we go, do you have other books? You said you wrote 6. I know that all of them may not be out, but you have the Adventures of Peyton. Now, let me ask, the Adventures of Peyton, is it just this one book of Peyton's adventure, or she's going to be something like Dora does, and she's going to find herself in some of everything?
She is going to find herself in some of everything, learning some of everything, seeing some of everything.
Okay.
So it's a lot. That's why it's called the Adventures.
Okay.
Meaning it's more than one adventure.
Absolutely.
It's this adventure. The next adventure, I can't wait for everyone to read. But she has another adventure. And there's a few more that I've written. But the next one is what stuck with me. But she's got adventures where she's going to learn about, because I'm keeping it within the 0 to 3rd grade. I'm not going to say the age because some people read on a 3rd grade level.
Right.
So from 0 to 3rd grade, and she's going to learn about outer space. She's going to learn about numbers and counting.
Okay.
And then there is differences. And when I say differences, I mean children in wheelchairs, children on crutches. For instance, there's always skin differences, there's height differences, there's weight differences, there's hair differences. So there's going to be a lot of different books.
Okay.
But all collective, she's always going to go on an adventure. It's not just going to be, hey, all right, we're going to count what's here and count. It's going to be an adventure.
And you have coloring? You have a coloring book?
Yes, I do. It's called ABC Guess What I Can Be, Black History edition. And it has 52 people in Black history. Can you guys name 52 historians? Well, people in Black history?
No, I'm gonna get the coloring book, and then because I love the color, so I'm gonna get the coloring book, and I'm gonna learn.
I can name about 30.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So the book has 52, and I want to make this an annual thing. That one will release every Black History Month, every year. If that will have 52 more. And it's an activity book. So if you like word searches, there's word searches in there. There's mazes. There are fun facts. For younger children, it goes over phonics. So it teaches them medial sounds, beginning sounds, end sounds, shapes, all while teaching you about 52 Black history figures.
I'm loving this because as you're teaching her, you putting it in concrete. Like you're putting it in these books, and they're really meant to be educating your baby girl that also ends up helping other kids, boys and girls.
Yeah.
I love the concept. I love the idea. I see big things coming from this. This is why I'm saying, man, you write a book, the book can produce a web series, a book can do an animation. And keep in mind, we over here with resources, with people that has an animation company, but I need to show the consistency. And that's what I'm proud of. Not to present anything, because I know these people and these connections, they want to see consistency and stuff like this with Miss Kim Parson, who does the Sweetberry reading books. All of those connections, it's not by accident that they are in our Rolodex. And so let's talk about how they can find it. Let's talk about the website, all that stuff. Now, this is the time where we give you the stage. You know the routine. Don't act like you don't know about the swag. You the foundation of the swag. But this is when we give you the stage. You can act like you crazy. You can tap dance. You can do a ballet moves. You can mime. I don't care what you do. You about to get up out of here, though. But the stage is yours. The author. See, you can say that now.
The author.
That's
right.
Alicia Greene. The stage is yours. Talk to the people where they can find you. What they can see about you.
I'm not gonna mime for y'all. I'm not gonna dance. I'm not gonna sing. But what I am gonna do is tell you to head on over to PeytonsAdventureshop.com. That's PeytonsAdventureshop.com. PEYTONS adventure.com. And then if you put in the code SWAG, you get 20% off of anything that you choose to get on the site. Also, if you could follow me, if you want to follow us on our journey, you want to go to Peyton's World _LLC, and you'll see when the new books are coming out and what we have coming up. If it's a pop-up shop, if it's a speaking engagement, or whatever it may be, it'll all be there.
Awesome.
Somebody.
I want to sit with you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the real true person behind all the adventures.
Hi.
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 How you doing, Peyton?
Good.
Good.
Her debut.
Do you know what this is?
What's that?
My book.
Yeah, this your book. What's the name of your book?
I had to push that button. She said, "My book."
Yes.
I don't care.
Just so you know,
But here's
these enterprises. My business partner.
Yeah, and I this is what I'm.
Her business as much as.
Okay.
This is what I need you to do, and because I know you kind of hating on my little 3-year-old, but hating on Peyton with the mistake, and all of that stuff. I know she hating on Peyton, but I need Peyton inspired by Peyton on the next one. All right. So anyway, where's she at? She's gone.
She left. She got something.
Okay.
To do.
She got timer on her tablet. I think we need to get a timer on Jada's tablet and phone. If we can do that for 10-year-olds, that'd be great. And stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our love. She's the love of our life. That's our girl. That's our daughter. We love her. She is now the author of these amazing adventures, these amazing stories. If you think Dora the Adventure thing is something, wait until you see my family member. Let me get it into the right. There we go. We love you, Alicia, to life. And you know our routine. You got to love us back, which we know. Any last words? Bye. Any last words, Lady D?
No, I just wanted you to know, Alicia. I said no, right? I just want you to know that I am very, very proud of you. I am one of your biggest supporters besides your mom. Shout out to your mom, Miss Carol. You're doing an amazing job, and you are definitely making us proud. So keep up the great work, and I'm just excited to see what is in store for you.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Miss Carol. Shout out to Pops.
That's
Shout out to everybody. Since you're not going to do it, I think I'll do it. Yeah, I said it. All right, this is the time where I love this part. First, I love to get you in. Then I love to get you out.
You know he rude with it. That's rude.
Yeah.
That's rude.
I'm just going to do this. It ain't going to be bad.
Bye, Alicia.
World Famous Swag in the morning. It's World Famous Swag in the morning. I'm your brother, Prince Greene.
And I'm Lady D.
Until the next time, next week, look, we got an amazing guest that's coming on next Thursday.
Oh, we do?
On a Swag in the Morning. Stage is yours. She's a commentary. She's a news broadcaster here in Hampton Roads. And I'll tell you her name later.
I think I know.
She's waving you. And no, it's not. No, look, oh my goodness, I forgot. She might get mad at me. World famous Swag in the Morning. Until next time, we love y'all. Tune in. Keep it locked. Whoa. Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.